here it is, the brand new daily driver. It's a 1997 Ford F-250. 7.3 with the ZF5.
They ain't a driver. Especially these ones that gotta have the automatics and that. Nah, dude. You ain't driving a truck unless you're driving 13. Anywhere from a 10 up all the way up to a 21 speed. You ain't driving if you're driving automatic.
It's got almost 400,000 miles on it. This was a base model based off of the color of the dash, color of the interior plastics, this ugly gray. But somebody put an Eddie Bauer seat in it. I guess this was an Eddie Bauer seat that somebody reupholstered with a cheap wrap. The back seat's all clean, other than just my junk in here. Oh, and look at that. An OEM radio and cassette player. And we got the best looking OEM rim ever made. 16-inch Alcoas.
Hey, pop the hood.
Pop the hood?
Pop the hood.
Bone stock. Look at that, that's how you know it's stock. The factory downpipe. Some old man owned it before I did, I guess. The only thing that he done to it was this wire down here. It goes to the dash and goes to a oil temperature gauge in the dash. I replaced the alternator, the tensioner, pretty much everything on this front timing cover here. Hopefully I don't have to replace anything else. This actually doesn't, well, excuse me, it does leak oil, but it leaks oil from rear main probably.
If there ain't no oil under them, there ain't no oil in them.
But all the oil up here is just from me making a mess. I had to swap this out. I changed the fuel filter out, and you Ford owners can't leave things alone. I bought a factory Motorcraft filter. The previous owner obviously swapped it out for an aftermarket one. Well, they don't, well, it turns out they aren't very compatible. I spent $50 on that filter, and I thought maybe it'd be cheaper to buy a cap, so I got a OEM style cap here, which I already broke because it's just cheap plastic. Changing glow plugs out. I did have a video ready to upload over this truck, replacing the glow plugs and whatnot, but my editing software decided to delete everything because I ran out of storage. Yeah, just look at this valve cover back here. It is just spotless. For one, because I cleaned it whenever I changed the glow plugs out. But this is intended to be a daily driver. Not gonna mess with anything.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Maybe one day. And this truck does have a lot of miles, but the main reason why I bought it is because of how smooth the body is. It does have some hail damage, but that's nothing because I work at a hail damage shop. I did do some paint correction. That's gonna be part of this video. Yeah, just look at this body. It's got a dent right there. But as for the cab and the doors, it is spotless. And the interior is clean too. And I got this toolbox for 50 bucks, so transmission grinds, second, fourth, and reverse. And here's that temperature gauge I was telling you about earlier. Oops, excuse me. Never goes above 180. I just can't get enough of these Alcoas. They just look so good.
Look at this.
That is really nice.
Eggshell with Romalian type. What do you think?
Nice. Jesus. That is really super. How'd a nitwit like you get so tasteful?
Man. But I can promise y'all, this truck will not change that much. And we got the blue truck running for the most part. Finally fixed the infernal power steering leak. I bought a rack and pinion from a reputable source, installed it, and it started leaking again after 2,000 miles. Replaced the power steering pump, replaced every single hose on it. Everything is brand new on this truck. So in these next few clips, I'll be giving you guys a quick rundown on how to perform a two-step paint correction and wax. Now the first thing we need to focus on is prepping the vehicle. That is masking off any trim pieces that may get compound on it and washing the vehicle as best as you can. That way you don't get any sand or dirt, so you won't be buffing in the sand or dirt, making the vehicle even scratchier or ruining the paint even worse. But before we even get into any of that, we need to make sure that we have the right pads, compound, and tools to get the job done, because each vehicle reacts to certain compounds and pads in a different way. And I'm gonna be real, some compounds and some pads are better than others. The red pad I have here is the cutting pad, the black pad is the finishing pad. Now on old vehicles that have bad paint or bad clear, such as my OBS, you can cheap out on supplies any which way you want. Now I like to use this specific compound. It is by far my favorite of everything I've ever used. You gotta order it online, you can't find it at O'Reilly's, but this stuff here is truly amazing. And you've probably seen this stuff at O'Reilly's in the detail section. This stuff sucks. Do not use it. It does not do anything. So as you can see here, this hood is in rough shape. It's a mixture of 30-year clear coat and a cheap re-clear coat. You can buff this, but there are some spots where it's just, you're basically just buffing paint. You can practice on it if you want. It will shine for like 2 weeks and then it'll fade again. But keep in mind, it will ruin your pads. And just to go over what I said earlier about prepping your vehicle, if you buff with a bunch of contaminants in the paint, you get this really hard film. It'll be sand, iron, anything that's baked into the clear coat mixed with the compound, and it's very hard to get off. Some jobs are easier than others. Some of them will require you to sand. Very deep scratches that you can't get out with just the buffer and the compound alone, you have to sand them out with sandpaper. It's not too hard, but keep in mind, sandpaper is on a whole other level than a buffing pad. You are taking away layers of clear coat. You risk burning the clear or sanding past the clear straight to the paint. So this part of the cab had a lot of swirl marks in it. I'm gonna use this shot as a before and after. You'll be seeing the after shot here in a little bit. And the standard procedure to buffing is start out with the cutting pad and cutting compound. Make a few passes, wipe it off, do the whole body panel. Do the whole body panel, switch over to a finishing pad and finishing compound to go over that. Your finishing compound will bring out the shine and will eliminate the very thin scratches left behind by the cutting pad or swirl marks. Here is the after shot of the cab corner. As you can see, it's mostly smooth. It's not perfect. This is only a two-step, but overall the clear coat is shinier and has less scratches. What I will do after this to top it all off is make one round of wax as a protectant from the sun, dirt, water, especially water. The wax is hydrophobic. All right, it is currently in the teens here in Central Texas. Oh boy. This door's probably frozen shut. Oh boy. I have the jar of the passenger door open. It was frozen too. Let's get this baby started. Oh, the ignition is very sticky. Well, for some reason my video ended abruptly before it started. I kid you not. It started on the second try. Finally got this one started too. I couldn't open the doors yesterday because they were welded to the windshield. As you can see here, it was all this ice was over the rail here. Look, completely covered the windshield wiper. This stuff is solid. But yeah, the doors are welded to the windshield. Got a little high idle action going. Got my grandma here learning how to drive a manual. Again. Made it to, what are we in, fourth? We in fourth gear?
We're in fourth.
All right, doing pretty good.
It ain't stalled out.
Nope, haven't stalled out once. Is this something a little bit more your speed or you need something faster?
No, it's probably fast.
Because you used to have a Mustang.
No,
Or did you drive your Mustang like this?
No.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah. I slipped.
Look at that. 4th gear.
I can get it from here.
That's usually the one that grinds too.
No way.
Yeah. So now you can give some gas, but I think you're missing the throttle.
I'm trying.
But you also have to, there you go.
Still hopping. Why am I hopping?
You can shift now. There you go.
I like shifting gears.
You do?
I do.
That surprised me. I wasn't expecting you. You hit 4th pretty good.
Yeah, I get good in the floor.
Yeah, let me see that shift in the 4th.
On it.
On it. Now, this is going to be a daily driver. So we're not going to be doing anything stupid to it. Perhaps. Might do a little something here. Just trying to fix all the hiccups like that. There we go. This is going to be a cheap, reliable daily driver. Just watch from a year now, this thing's gonna be completely tricked out. Yeah, it's completely stock, like stock as it can be. Some old man had it before I did. I got it for cheap, and I mean, it drives really good. I haven't had a single problem out of it. It's got 410s, that doesn't help. It can only go about 60. One of these days I gotta change the gearing out in it. Not looking forward to it. I just really want to go the speed limit. But the steering is great, it's responsive. But the main thing is it drives good, and it hasn't broke down on me yet. Yeah, so far I've done alternator, tensioner, glow plugs. That's really about it. Nothing else comes to mind at the moment. I guess finishing the rest of the exhaust that I cut off. Yeah, it drives so good my grandma drives it. The long story short, I needed a daily driver to replace the Mustang that I bought. That was supposed to be a daily driver. Needed something a little bit more my style, because I go off-roading a lot, I go feed cows a lot, and Mustang just wasn't cutting it. And the AC went out on it. Couldn't figure out what the problem was on that one, so I sold it. Bought this truck. No hands. Drive straight. But yes, this will be my daily driver from now on. Is it the most comfiest driver? No. But it'll get me from point A to B. We could try to push for better mileage. It's not that bad. I drive probably 70 miles back and forth to work every day, which is quite a bit, but I fill up once a week, so, and it doesn't break the bank to fill it up either, so. And we're keeping these old dinosaurs on the road, you know. You just gotta appreciate driving something like this. Every time I stop to fill up with diesel, I get a conversation out of it. I mean, it sure beats having a car note every month. I think I made a good decision on buying this truck. And I'd love to do more with it. Maybe experiment just a little bit. Make the best 7.3 Powerstroke daily driver. But if you guys want to see more and enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. We have a lot more things we need to do, a lot more projects to finish.